Hello, and welcome to a FortiWeb video on OpenAPI validation. In this video, we'll explore FortiWeb's OpenAPI validation feature. You can upload an OpenAPI description file that defines your API structure, endpoints, and data types. Once uploaded, FortiWeb parses the file and uses it as a baseline to validate incoming requests. It blocks any requests that do not conform to the API specifications, such as those with unexpected endpoints, invalid parameters, or mismatched data types. Requests that match the defined API structure are allowed. Let's go over some examples of OpenAPI validation in action. Your API is defined by the following OpenAPI specification, also known as a Swagger file. An attacker sends a request to an endpoint that is not defined in the OpenAPI specification, such as /admin. FortiWeb validates the request against the OpenAPI specification and blocks requests to undefined endpoints. It ensures that only the specified endpoints are allowed. In our second case, an attacker sends a request to the /user's endpoint with an invalid parameter type for user ID, such as entering a string instead of an integer. In this case, an attacker sends a request to the /user's /user ID endpoint with a path parameter that does not match the expected data type, say, a string instead of an integer. FortiWeb validates the path parameter against the OpenAPI specification. Since user ID is defined as an integer, FortiWeb blocks the request with a string value. Lastly, an attacker sends a request using an HTTP method that is not allowed for the /user's endpoint, for example, post instead of get. FortiWeb validates the HTTP method against the OpenAPI specification. Since only GET is allowed for the /user's endpoint, FortiWeb blocks the post request. By leveraging these features, FortiWeb ensures that only well-formed, valid, and secure requests are processed by your API, protecting your application from a wide range of OpenAPI-based attacks. In short, FortiWeb's OpenAPI validation helps ensure your APIs behave exactly as intended. By validating every request against your uploaded OpenAPI spec, it blocks anything that doesn't match, giving you strong, spec-based protection and tighter control over your API traffic. Thank you for watching.